The history of money. How we learned to value everything. Hello, friend. Today, I invite you to take a calm and thoughtful journey through time. We will explore one of the most powerful inventions in human history, money. Money is more than coins or paper. It is a story, a tool, a symbol of trust, and a key to how people live, trade, and dream. From seashells to gold coins, from paper bills to digital currencies, money has shaped the world in ways we often don't even notice. Let us walk through this story together, step by step, as I guide you gently through how money began, how it grew, and what it means for us today. Chapter 1: A World Without Money. Long ago, people lived in small groups in villages. They hunted, farmed, and shared what they had. If one person had fish and another had grain, they could trade. This system was called barter. Barter means trading one good for another. It worked well for simple needs, but it had problems. What if you needed salt, but the person with salt didn't want your apples? Barter needed a perfect match, and that wasn't always easy. So, humans started to search for something better, something everyone would accept. Some communities began using things like feathers, beads, or certain types of stones that were hard to find. These items started to work as a basic form of money. People needed something more stable and widely accepted, and so the idea of universal value slowly began. Chapter 2: The First Money. The first money wasn't paper or metal. It was shells, stones, beads, and even cattle. These things were special, rare, and hard to fake. People gave them value because everyone agreed they had value. One of the earliest forms of money was the cowrie shell. It was used in Africa, China, and India. Light, beautiful, and easy to carry, cowries became trusted for trade. In some areas, large stone wheels were used, like the rye stones on the island of Yap. Though they were too big to move, people still knew who owned each one. It was a shared understanding of value. This early money helped people trade with ease. But as trade grew bigger, people needed stronger and more trusted tools of exchange. Chapter 3: The Rise of Coins. Around 600 BCE, in what is now Turkey, the first metal coins were made. These were stamped with symbols to show they were real. The king guaranteed their value. Coins were durable, easy to carry, and accepted by many. Gold and silver became the most trusted metals. Their beauty and rarity made them valuable. Coins helped empires grow. They made it easier to pay soldiers, build cities, and trade across great distances. Money was no longer just a tool, it was a sign of power. Soon, coins spread across Greece, Rome, and far beyond. Each kingdom minted its own currency, often with images of rulers or gods, helping spread ideas as well as wealth. Chapter 4: Paper Money and Promises. In China, around the 7th century, something amazing happened. The Chinese created the first paper money. At first, it was just a note that said, "This is worth a certain amount of coin." Merchants trusted it because it was backed by the government. It was lighter than coins and easier to carry. Later, other countries followed. In Europe, banks began issuing their own notes. These were called banknotes. This was a big change. Now, money was not just gold or silver. It became a promise, a piece of paper that worked because people believed in it. This belief made money more flexible, but it also made economies more sensitive. If trust was lost, so was value. Chapter 5: The Birth of Banks. As money evolved, people needed safe places to store it. This gave birth to banks. Early banks held gold and coins. Over time, They began lending money and helping people buy homes, start businesses, and travel the world. Banks also printed money, managed loans, and helped nations grow. But they also carried risk. When banks failed, people lost everything. So over time, governments created rules to protect people and keep money systems stable. Banks became key to modern economies. They connected savers and borrowers, helping money move to where it was needed most. Chapter 6: Crises and Confidence. Money depends on trust. When people lose trust, the system shakes. History has seen many financial crises. In 1929, the world faced the Great Depression. Stock markets crashed, banks closed, and millions lost jobs. In 2008, a global crisis started in the housing market. Banks gave risky loans. When people could not pay, the system cracked. The effects were felt worldwide. These events remind us money is powerful, but fragile. Trust is the real treasure. Each time, the world learned, recovered, and rebuilt. But each crisis left lessons about greed, risk, and the need for strong systems. Chapter 7: Credit Cards and Debit Cards. In the 20th century, a new form of money appeared: the credit card. Instead of using cash, people could buy now and pay later. This made shopping easier, but it also created debt. If not used carefully, credit could lead to problems. Still, it became part of modern life. We also use debit cards, which take money directly from our bank accounts. Today, many people hardly carry cash at all. Money was changing again. It was becoming more digital. Cards made transactions fast and simple. Chapter 8: The Digital Age of Money. Today, we can send money with a click. We use apps, online banks, and mobile wallets. In some countries, people buy coffee with just a phone scan. Digital money is fast and easy, but it also raises new questions. How do we protect our data? What if someone hacks the system? We now live in a world where money moves faster than ever before. It connects people across borders, helping businesses and families. Governments and tech companies work to keep this system safe. But it also means we must be smart and careful with our digital choices. Chapter 9: Cryptocurrency and the Future. In 2009, something new was born: Bitcoin. It was the first cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are digital money. They are not controlled by any one bank or country. Instead, they use a system called blockchain, which is like a public record. Many people love the idea of money without borders. Others worry about safety and rules. But one thing is clear: money is changing again. Today, there are thousands of cryptocurrencies. Some have real value, others are just trends. As the future unfolds, this area will continue to grow and change. Chapter 10: What Money Can't Buy. Money is useful. It helps us get food, shelter, and comfort. But some of the most precious things in life can't be bought: true friendship, deep love, inner peace. Money is a tool, not a goal. It is meant to serve us, not control us. When we forget this, we chase more and more and never feel full. But when we use money with wisdom, we create a better life. Your relationship with money. Dear friend, we have traveled through time, from shells to crypto, from bartering to banking. The story of money is also a story of people, of trust, dreams, growth, and sometimes mistakes. As you move through life, I invite you to see money not with fear or greed, but with calm and care. Ask yourself, what do I truly value? How can I use money to help others? Can I live simply and still live fully? Money is powerful, but your values, your heart and your choices are even more powerful. Let this story be a guide. Let it remind you that true wealth is not what you keep, but what you give. Spend wisely, save patiently, share generously, and always remember, you are more valuable than anything money can buy.